What's going on, guys? My name is Restless Corpse, and welcome to Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay, with this game, some of you may have already seen a few Dragon Age Inquisition videos on my channel, but they may have disappeared for you, and you're wondering why I'm starting an entirely new video. I'm starting over because I've discovered a few better ways to record to give you guys a little bit better quality, and I just generally wanted to start over and play first of all a different class. I'm going back to my first love, which is the thief style rogue, as opposed to the archer that I was using. I didn't get very far into the game, which is weird because I did put actually 30 hours into the game for recording before. I didn't get everything uploaded, so basically where I'll be, like, with this restart, you're not missing a whole lot. I only got a couple videos up of the other playthrough, and then I decided to just record a whole bunch at once, and I never got around to uploading it. But, like I said, there were a couple reasons that I'm restarting. First of all, I wanted to start over with a different character. I'm also recording now in 1080p 60 frames per second, which is going to look a lot better. And I was kind of fumbling around for most of my other playthrough, and there really wasn't a whole lot of content in some of the videos. So this way, I've played enough to know what I'm doing, but not enough that the story is ruined for me. So, without further ado, also, very important, I remembered to go to the Dragon Keep and start a world state with all of the, or at least most of the decisions that I made in the first two games. You can't really import your save because it doesn't work that way, but you go through this thing called a tapestry that you can make all the decisions that you, if you remember them, that you made in the other games. So I went through that. I spent a really good amount of time doing that to fine-tune it the way either I remembered or I would have done it if I had played it again. Also, this time, last time I was an elf. This time I'm gonna go with my staple. I generally play humans in games like these, human rogues. And with the last playthrough, I went through as an elf. I didn't like the way my character looked. I didn't like his voice and things like that. But anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to shut up now. We're going to go through it. I'm going to be playing on normal for this playthrough just so that we can get through content and stuff. I don't want to sit there and die over and over and over and make you guys, subject you guys to that. So, as you can see, it's asking me to import. I'm going to go ahead and import. And what that does is that brings all the decisions that I've made in the previous games into this world, so that if I'm like, oh man, I remember killing that guy in Origins, well, he's going to be dead in this one too. Here we go. Alright guys, I'm going to skip most of this for this video in any case. Maybe I'll put out a separate video for the appearance customization, but I don't want to take up a lot of time in this first video with this. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this stuff, and I'll show you guys what I decided on before we continue. Also, just want to throw out there that I'm going to try and keep these videos about 30 minutes apiece. Previously, what I wanted to do was record every single thing that I do in the game and upload that. I got about 30 hours into the game and realized that that is not going to be that interesting. Like, the side quests are cool and everything, and I'm going to do them all, but it's just not fun watching most of it, and it's really hard to come up with engaging and entertaining commentary when I'm running across the map for the 30th time and fighting the same enemies. So with that in mind, I will be right back. Okay, guys, this is what I went with. It's, you know, pretty standard, I guess. In any case, let's go ahead and continue. Maxwell seems like a pretty good name. I'm gonna go ahead and try and stay quiet during most of the cutscenes and like character dialogue and stuff. With dialogue, I'll probably shoot some commentary in once in a while, but for the most part, my commentary is going to be, you know, sparse during cutscenes at least, because cutscenes are awesome. With the exception of this one, I'm talking all the way through it. Whatever. If some crazy shit happens and I'm like, oh shit, well, you know, sorry. Got some really shiny armor.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead, except for you.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
I got a glowing hand, lady. I don't know.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
So what happens now?
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford camp, Leliana. I will take him.
Leliana. Pretty stoked that she's in the game. I was a big fan of Leliana in both the first and second games. As a matter of fact, in Dragon Age Origins, my romance option was Leliana. Or at least the one that I stuck with. I got all the achievements out of the first game. Would have gotten all the achievements out of the second game too, but at the beginning, the Sebastian stuff was glitched, and even though I did everything, did not get achievements for it. And when they finally put the patch out to fix it, I didn't want to go back and do it all over again.
We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did.
Now, pretty standard for Bioware games. The graphics aren't really cutting edge, but these character models do look really nice. And I can say that the rest of the graphics for the game is pretty damn good as well. Especially considering how big the areas are, which you'll see when I get to start running around.
Your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
And I will be going through most of the dialogue options because RPGs are my shit.
Closing the breach. Whether that's
and I want to get like the full lore
it is our only chance
from this. And I'm sure that maybe you would too. Maybe you can skip past this if you don't want to watch all this dialogue and whatnot.
To myself.
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like a sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Alright, also, one of the things that was really bothering me about the elven character is that his arms, his shoulders were like pushed in, and he looked very unnatural. Like, looked like his shoulders were forward all the time. And some other elves didn't look like that. So, it's weird. Some of the character models are kind of weird. But, this is an addition right here. The jumping. You can jump. That's pretty cool. There is, oh well, I guess I can't show you most of the other stuff because you have to actually unlock it. But, so, okay, so what's going on? Apparently, and I mean, I got this from my previous playing and also the video from the Dragon Keep. If you've ever played any of the older, I'm gonna just hold on for just a second because I know there's gonna be a cutscene up here. But if you've ever played like Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, you know that mages are kind of feared and regulated in this world, and they created mage circles where mages, anybody that had any kind of magic affinity would be put into these, what they called mages circles, were basically just like places that govern and policed mages so that they didn't go crazy, because mages are actually like super powerful, and a mage that's left unchecked could probably wreck a lot of shit. So what they did was the Chantry, which is the religion in this world, like the most widespread religion, created the mage circles and policed them with what are called Templars. And Templar, like in the mage circles, the mages would live there, and the Templars would be like their police force. Anytime a mage got out of hand, Templars would go in there and wreck shit. But between the, it might even be because of the events of the second game at the end, circles were abolished because of a rebellion. The mages finally had enough of being oppressed and voted to rebel, and Justinia decided to let them have their freedom and abolish the circles. And the Templars, she ordered the Templars to back off and not police them anymore. Well, some of the Templars did not like that and rebelled. So there's, and the apostate mages, which were mages that didn't join a circle, which technically now every mage is an apostate, but the apostate mages from before, who were people that either ran from the circles or hid out so they didn't have to join a circle, are fighting against the rebel Templars, because rebel Templars are like, dude, that's not cool. We still know what these mages can do, so we're going to kill them all. So that's the state of the world at the moment. So what happened was, in the conclave that they're talking about, which was over there, I would assume, or actually it's where we're going. Justinia decided to put an end to the war by calling the leaders of each faction, the mages and the Templars, to one place to talk peace, and somehow it blew the fuck up and killed everyone except me. Not sure why I was there, being as I'm a thief and not a mage, but I'm sure that'll be revealed in time. So let's go ahead and get to it here. I've talked long enough.
The pulses are coming faster now.
And Cassandra is what's called a seeker, which are like the Templars that police the Templars. Like she's like an internal affairs of the Templars.
Then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Yeah. Alright. So what she wants me to do is, because I have this crazy thing on my hand now, she wants to see what it does. And apparently there's like a rift in the sky that demons are flowing through, and there's a bunch of smaller rifts as well that demons come through. She wants to see me close a rift to see what this mark on my hand does.
Stay behind me.
So that's where we're going, is to where all this shit happened. And there's a smaller rift there that we're gonna go close. And clearly this guy is very upset and wants to kill me.
It's over.
Now this is one of the funny things about Dragon Age. I don't remember if it was in the first one, but it definitely was in the second one. Anytime you melee an enemy to death, you get just absolutely splattered with blood.
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless.
That's right. Because then you'd have to do all the fighting yourself.
I should remember.
And I would just stand there and be like, yeah, get him! Get him! Alright, I don't really want to do that at the moment. Because I didn't take any damage, so let's go. But, I love loot, and I love games that allow me to get loot. So I'm gonna get said loot. Now this thing that I'm doing here is called, it's like a search, and it finds things that are on the ground for you. If you hear that noise, it means there's something in range to be picked up. I don't see it. And over here I'm not hearing the noise, so it's over here somewhere. Anyway, it's probably just like a few coins, so I'm just gonna move on. But you'll see me running around doing that a lot. Yeah, see, it highlights things that you can loot. I'm gonna put that bad boy on. And for some reason, this mercenary coat has one extra defense. So I'll put that guy on too. I always play with helmet hidden, because I just think it looks cooler. Some of the helmets look really stupid, and they don't fit with the armor. Like a giant helmet with, you know, skinny rogue armor. So I keep them hidden so that I don't have to do. Yeah, I know about my abilities. Alright.
There! Watch out!
Loot that guy.
If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
I'm a big fan of this type of thing, you know, doing shit tons of damage because I'm hidden, like rogues, backstabbing and whatnot, fighting from the flank, that kind of thing. That's why in these games I tend to play rogues. And well, in this, archer is just like a subclass of rogue. This subclass is called dual wielding. Alright, I'm gonna screw the hell out of this guy, if you know what I mean.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Now, the biggest problem that I've seen through my playing with my other character is that you want to, as a thief, start fights like that so you can do the extra damage. The problem is that sometimes after you do that, it takes a while for Cassandra to get up there and do her taunt, so I end up taking a lot. See, I just fucking destroyed the shit out of that guy. Which is what I meant to say before instead of screw the guy. Come on, guys. I don't even need to... Never mind. Never mind. Not going to be screwing any guys. Although, funny that I should mention that, I guess. Bioware is famously like open-minded when it comes to character relationships, and there are several characters that a male can have a romance option with. I myself am, you know, also just as open-minded. I don't care who you like as long as you like them. Oh, come on now. But in this playthrough, I will be attempting to romance probably Cassandra, to be honest. I happen to think that she is the coolest female character, playable anyway. Although there are a few other decent female options, like I said, I think Cassandra is the most viable, to be honest. Now, this early in the game, you can't check like your skills and stuff in the character screen. I'd really like to know if that skill that I have, that I'm using X with, does extra damage from hidden, because it seems like it does. Although so far I have not used it while not hidden. Just making sure there's not. Oh, see, you gotta go everywhere, guys. You have to search for that loot. It's very important. This game doesn't have any kind of a sprint, so which is why I'll be editing probably pretty heavily after I get out of this little prologue area. Because sometimes it does take a really long time to get to places. You do get a mount a little later, and it helps decently, but it's not a giant change. So I don't really use it a whole lot, especially since a lot of the areas are kind of craggy and small not corridors, but small paths. Let me see how much damage it does. Alright, it doesn't do nearly as much damage when I'm not hidden, so that's good to know. There's my bro Varric. He is from Dragon Age 2. He's a rogue as well, but he's a ranged rogue. He's pretty funny. Especially in Dragon Age 2. He was pretty funny. He's like a master tale weaver. He's written books and things like that. And what's funny about some of the stuff that he does in the second one is he'll be telling a story, and it'll have you play him through the story that he's telling, but he'll embellish it, so it'll be crazy. Like there's one where he's reclaiming his manor that is, I think it was like his parents' manor, and he was reclaiming it from some bandits. And the way he tells it, he goes in there by himself and just decimates 100 or so bandits, and you go in and you just fight waves and waves of bandits, and then somebody calls him out on his bullshit, so then he goes back and he tells it the real way, and you go in with a party, and it's pretty funny. I like Varric, although I probably won't be using him very long after I get some of the other characters.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
I also like his voice actor.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot.
I also like that he named his
You
crossbow
named your
Bianca.
crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn
Yes,
much
he's saying that there are no circles
far
anymore,
beyond the
so every mage is
experience
an
of any
apostate.
circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be
See,
important
he's an
part.
elf, and as you can see, his
Cassandra,
shoulders are kind
you
of
should
weird.
know
Like it looks like
the magic
he's
involved here is unlike any I've
been
seen.
squished.
Your prisoner is no mage.
And
Indeed,
they haven't looked like that in
I
any of the other
imagine
games, so I'm
anyone
not sure if that
can
was
so
a purposeful design choice to make them look that way because
We
they're
must get
elves.
to the forward camp quickly.
But some elves in the game
Well-
don't look that way.
Bianca's excited.
And I like that dwarves look sufficiently dwarvish in the game, like they're
This way,
they're
down the
shorter,
valley.
plumper
The road
versions of
ahead.
humans.
We must move
Alright,
quickly.
so as far as party members go, I think Solus is kind of a boring character, so I will be replacing him as soon as I find another mage. And I'll be replacing Varric with another sort of DPS character, a damage dealer. Just because, and I was talking to my roommate about this at work today, because he uses Bianca and only Bianca as a weapon, if you can't,
Glad you brought me now.
you don't like give him different weapons, you just upgrade his in the same way that you would upgrade your own. And what that means is that if you find an upgrade out in the field for any other character, you can equip it right away. And yeah, I don't want to do that right now. That's the tactical camera. We'll talk about that in a second. With any other character, you can upgrade their shit in the field. Like if you find a better dagger, you can immediately equip that dagger. Well, with his, if you find the upgrade like parts to upgrade Bianca, you have to go all the way back to a certain town to like apply it, and that means that his growth just is a little too small for me, or too slow for me. Oh, I did that and then didn't even use the thing. Alright. In any case, it's not that I don't like Varric. I think he's a great character. He's funny, and he's a ranged character, which I really like to have ranged characters in my parties. But unfortunately, I'll just be getting rid of him as soon as possible. Which is a shame, because he's got some interesting dialogue, especially like his banter. I don't actually know where I'm going, because this is not the right way. I did not go this way last time. I'm just going to check this way out, see if there's anything extra that I can gain. Oh, it looks like a dead end. See, now as you can see, all three of them are beating on me until I get over here, or until Cassandra gets over here and does her thing. And since she can only taunt one at a time, as soon as I hide though, then it's like they go after her because they don't know where the hell I am. And what that my target is changing a lot, which is it was kind of a problem with the ranged character, because anything that would just move past your line of sight, it would grab as a target, and this one just is making my camera go all crazy as well. I'll grab some iron there. Alright, so now I'm glad that I I don't feel too bad about not coming to this spot the first time around, because it was just a little dead end for some
I take it
experience.
you're from the Free Marches.
Oh?
The accent. I'm from Kirkwall, but you're from further east, maybe? That's quite the year you have.
Oh, I didn't know he was talking to me. Generally, they talk amongst themselves. Also, we need to go into this house over here.
Are
What?
you doing all right?
I'm doing fine, bro. Are you doing alright with your stumpy ass legs? In standard RPG fashion, I will be busting into people's houses and robbing them blind, and they won't care at all. Also, one of the things that kind of bugs me about the game is that the loot button is the same as the jump button, so you'll see me a lot of times run up to something and then jump right in front of it. And not loot it. Or sometimes you'll see me jump, since I'm mashing the loot button. He'll jump and then loot it in midair, which looks kind of awkward. But, I mean, I just want to throw this out there that I really enjoy the game,
Are you innocent?
so I can forgive that.
Remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Now, for anybody that's played Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, there was a real big, like a real noticeable difference in gameplay and style between the two. And this game, oh, I see. I turned my camera a lot when I move around, and that turning the camera button is the change targets button as well. The style of this game is so close to Origins, and Origins is one of my favorite games ever. It's so close to Origins that it gives me such an Origins vibe, and right off the bat I fell in love with this game. I mean, talking about how amazing the game is only like 20 minutes into it is sometimes kind of like, well, I'm not going to take your opinion that seriously, but guys, seriously, if you like Origins, you will absolutely love this game. It's got the exact same feel to it. You can even go into the tactical view here. It's not very practical to play because like after you set your commands, you have to hold the right trigger to advance time like it's doing now, and then when you let go, that stops. So generally what I'll do is in a tough fight, I'll go into this tactical view and then like set the commands that I need to do and then immediately go out and let it happen. Generally I just do that to either position characters or like use potions and whatnot. Alright, so after they've gotten their target, then I'll go in there and I'll start screwing shit up, fucking shit up, whatever. I need to stop saying screwing because it's getting me in trouble. Anyway, what we're doing is, do you see up in the right, the up right, it says Fade Rift. Now this is a rift that they want me to close. So as you can see, I'm closing it. Basically what you want to do is it's just going to keep pumping out enemies until its health is that low, and then you can close it. That was one of the mechanics that I was not, I couldn't figure out for the longest time in the first time I played, because I didn't look up there and see that Fade Rift health. And I was, you know, there was a couple rifts that I couldn't close without, I kept dying. I was trying to get in there and close it while enemies were running around. It just doesn't work that way. Anyway, now we can go ahead and look at our character record so I can check these skills out. And as you can see, I'm going to get through all this crap. As you can see, it's kind of like the Origins. Well, it's like both, I guess. It's set up in the, from what I remember anyway, the Dragon Age 2 kind of style. But if you remember Dragon Age, in the first Dragon Age Origins, each class had like an advanced class you can unlock, and it seems like they're already unlocked in this. So the rogue class can do all three of these things, plus it's got the general rogue skill set. Being that I'm going to be doing dual daggers, and I don't want to split my my skill. Like I want to specialize in one and not be proficient in both, but not great. So I'm going to be leaving the archery completely untouched. Let's go ahead and I want to see. It's okay. So both daggers striking deep. Bonus damage if you flank your foe. So it has nothing to do with hiding. It's just flank. Okay, so the damage bonus is 200% if you flank. So I would assume that's a total of 400% weapon damage. So that's cool. What do we have here? Keep your target's armor sundered from the blow. That's good. Lowers their armor after you hit them with it. Okay, so these are active skills that you can put on your down in the lower left there. Your like hotbar, we'll call it. And these are passive skills that are just always active. Regaining stamina with every kill is pretty good. I kind of want that. Leap through shadows to attack your foe with deadly strikes that hit them from behind. So I would assume that that kind of shoots you forward to hit them. Oh, that's cool. So if you hit them from behind, then it automatically puts you into hide. So I'm going to go ahead and get that guy. And I kind of want... That's the one that automatically puts you into hide, but I'd have to use another point for that. Your strikes cut deeper into any foe's current health is lower than your own. That's a good one. And then this guy... then counter as their defenses fall. That is also pretty damn good. But I'm going to go ahead and check out this tree. Now, these are the things that I already have. Well, I don't have that. I have this. Removes all debilitating effects on you. So that's good. Like if I'm poisoned or something, I would assume that's what it is. But I'm not going to go ahead and grab that just yet. Overlooked in combat is good, so I'm going to grab that. Because, like I said, it sometimes takes Cassandra a while to get up there and do her thing. So if I have this, threat reduction means that it's harder for me to gain the attention of the enemy, so I can just keep hitting them on the flank. So I'll apply that guy. And we're good to go. Let's see that.
Is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
Now, just to make sure, I don't think... No, it didn't level anybody else up. It just leveled me up. I'm going to be getting my levels way before everybody else. That's just the way it works.
Whatever that thing
In any case, moving on. But, let's see if anybody needs health. You can't really tell until you... Well, whatever. We'll get our health potions back there. Grab some loot. Now you have to equip everybody like manually. For the most part, they are your character. And since the Morning Star is a one-handed weapon, we'll go ahead and give that to her and make her do quite a bit more damage, actually. And then I've got that Life Ward Amulet, don't care about. I like to go through my inventory and get rid of all these new stars, so that if I pick something up, if I'm just running through and I'm picking stuff up real quick and I don't see what I grabbed, I can just go in and check what's new. I wish there was a button to just, you know, mark all as new or all as seen or whatever, but you can't. Alright. So there's Leliana and this guy.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
I didn't even do anything.
Me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
Yeah, you
And
fucking
you
tell
are
him,
a
lady.
thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead. We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place. Call a retreat, Seeker. Our
I'm
position
innocent.
here is hopeless.
I don't know what he's talking
We
about.
can stop this before it's too
I'm
late.
not even a mage or a Templar. I don't know why I was there.
You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
Yeah, it doesn't look like something we can put off till later. We're gonna have to go in there and get that done lickety-split. If you know what I mean.
How do you think we should proceed?
Well, let's see. Careful to sustain assault. Soldiers will stand with you to ensure arrival. Scouts in the past may be lost. Fast but indirect. Soldiers will act as a distraction elsewhere. The problem will be addressed sooner, but there may be casualties. Now, considering I'm trying to gain favor with Cassandra, and she's like, you know, she's the go get 'em type. We're gonna be taking the mountain path, but I don't
Now
remember.
you're asking me what I think.
Go through dialogue
the mark?
options.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
We're gonna charge with the
I say we
soldiers.
charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Leliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Whatever, bro. Maxwell looks all smug. Now, what's really cool about the favor system with your party members, you can piss them off to the point where they leave your party for good. Or at least some of them, anyway. Like, if they're integral to the story, I don't think you can. I never play that way. I try never to piss any of my party members off, because if you get their favor up high enough, you get special quests from them. And also the relationship options, which lead to achievements. And, you know, it enhances the story, which is, I think, is cool. Walk all over these bodies here. Hope Cassandra didn't see that. I'm pretty sure that would upset her. A stiletto and a griffin shield. Let's go ahead and check those bad boys out. Now that stiletto is a little bit better than what I'm using, so I'll go ahead. Oh, I have two weapons. That's right. I don't know how to... Oh, okay, there's... Can the stiletto not be put in the... Actually, I don't know what I have in these two slots. Okay, the Highland Dirk. So I have a stiletto and a Highland Dirk. Stiletto's in my offhand. I would rather that. Okay, so the Highland Dirk is the 82 one. Get out of there. So I'm going to put the stiletto in the main hand, the Highland Dirk in the offhand. So as you can see, changing things on your character does change the appearance of the character as well. My weapons are different looking now. That's a really big thing for me in these RPGs. And I don't remember if the second one did that much. I think it did. But it's very important to me anyway. And I know that sounds kind of dumb, but it's very important to me that games actually do that kind of thing. So shield. That is better than the one she's using. So we'll go ahead and pop that on too. So now she's got herself a sweet looking griffin shield as opposed to that guy. Alright, let's do it. Let's go close the rift. Nope. Nope. Cassandra! Help! There we go. Alright, I was just checking the flanking damage without being hidden, and it seems to work the way I thought it would. Now that's pretty fucking cool. Alright, so if you're too far away, he just charges toward him.
Rifts are there?
We must seal it if we are to get past.
Quickly then!
You can also disrupt the rift, but it kind of keeps you there. But when if you get it done, see, it damages and stuns all the enemies that came from that particular rift. It's very useful, but it's kind of risky because you're standing there. You definitely wouldn't be able to do it as a tank character, which is what Cassandra is, because enemies would be hitting you and interrupting it.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Why, yes, I am, sir. Thank you.
Big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Leliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
Now that's Commander Callus, who was actually in the first game. I don't remember if he was in the second game. I don't know if you guys have noticed a trend here, but I don't remember a whole lot from the second game. I really didn't. I mean, I enjoyed the game, but it wasn't anything special. Commander Callus was the leader of the Templars in the first one, and during a certain
The Temple of Sacred
Ashes, during a certain story quest where you had to deal with the Mage's Circle in Kirkwall, he actually wanted you, or the main character anyway, he wanted the main character to kill all of the mages, because that's what Templars do. They're mage killers. And when they decide that the mages can't be trusted, they have full authority to kill mages. He wanted me to wipe out the Mage's Circle in Kirkwall because of some shit that had happened in the first game, and I did not go with his recommendation as that character. Now you're always a different character in these games, but he wanted to wipe the mages out. I told him that's just not going to fly. We can't do that. They're people. Blah blah blah. And he respected my decision, but he wasn't happy about it. But I think it's cool that he's back in this game. Apparently still the commander of the Templars.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Leliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
So this was the first rift, and we're guessing that closing this rift is going to fix everything, get rid of that breach in the sky, and save the world and whatnot.
What are we hearing?
Now, we all know that this is the beginning of the game, and that is clearly not going to happen.
Stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Yeah. So lyrium is what mages and Templars use to, like, lyrium is like a magical ore, I guess, or crystal, and it's what they draw their power from. Well, mages have like they create their own power, but lyrium enhances it, whereas Templars expose themselves to lyrium for a really long time, which starts to give them powers that they can use to counteract the powers of the mages. Red lyrium is like a corrupted version of it that does bad things to people. So that is a big rift. My hand's going Super Saiyan for a second.
What's going on?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
Most Holy is Justinia, who died at the Conclave. Like her honorary title is Most Holy. And that is apparently her.
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Kill him now.
Or don't. I mean, I'm good with that.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed.
The Fade is like a magical other plane that mages can go to. It's full of demons and all that stuff. And apparently the Fade is bleeding through to our world through these rifts. And what it looks like is that Justinia might not be dead, she might just be trapped in the Fade, or she could be in the Fade because she died. I mean, I think that's like a hell. I'd have to go back and play Origins and read the lore of that to remember exactly how the Fade affects the world as a whole, but I'm pretty sure it's like a version of hell, maybe? Noted by the fact that demons come through it, as you just saw.
Now!
Alright, so I'm gonna whoop this Pride Demon's ass. And while we're fighting the Pride Demon, if we disrupt the rift, again, it'll damage and stun him for a little bit. I'm not sure if it stuns the big ones. Yeah, it stuns him.
The demon is vulnerable. Now!
And I hope that counts as a flank. Okay. I guess I gotta be really close to even hit him. Alright, so it looks like that other skill that I unlocked, the one that shoots me forward, it's best used in front of the enemy because it seems to teleport you behind them. So if you're already behind him, it looks like it teleports him into the front. And that asshole turned around right before. So I don't want them attacking me. So when you hide, as long as they can't still see you, like there's dogs and things that can still smell you. Mabari. Oh shit, they killed the shit out of Cassandra. Now I don't have a tank. Why aren't they using potions? Alright, but I can get in there and revive Cassandra. Maybe not. Well, that actually saved me. Because he was doing an attack. I don't know why they're not. They're supposed to be automatically using potions. Let's see what's going on here. In behaviors. Oh, maybe I needed to go through that tutorial to. Yeah, so when she gets below 30%, she's supposed to automatically use a potion. Clearly, they're not doing it. Again, like I said, maybe I needed to go through that tutorial to make them do it. This is a little tougher than it was as an archer, I'll tell you that. So I'm just going to have to manually make him use potions, I guess. Generally, when you have people down like that, you can run over to them and revive them. Oh, there we go. So while he's stunned, I'll do that because I do need my tank. All right, so now they're automatically using their potions. Get in there and tear his feet up. Because everybody knows that's the best way to take out big shit, is just attack the shit out of their big toe. Too bad for me, asshole. Hide to get him off my ass, and then get in here and disrupt this thing. To stun him. Alright, so there's like what looks like plates. Like if you look at Cassandra's health bar right now, there's plates over it. That's a skill called guard. There's other ways to get it as well, but that's basically something she does so that those plates represent her guard. So she's taking damage on the plates rather than her health until they're gone. Hitting him right in his little Achilles heel. Tearing him up. Yeah, suck it.
Seal the rift.
Okay.
Do it.
Yay! Game complete. I am the winner. Now clearly this first episode is going to be about an hour. But everything subsequent to this, because I just wanted to get through the entire prologue. I didn't want to cut it up into 2 episodes.
Oh.
Whoa, chill out, lady.
I didn't know you're awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord.
Now it's kind of weird that I went from I went from being a prisoner to someone that everybody is like, holy shit, this guy's is pretty awesome. So I've got myself a servant and everything. Apparently I've been unconscious for 3 days.
So you're saying they're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Right. In any case, that's about all the time I've got for this episode. Guys, I really hope you're enjoying this game. I am enjoying the hell out of it so much that after putting about 30 hours into it, I'm willing to start right over and continue going. But again, remember, I did this because the quality of the other game, the other playthrough I was doing, I have learned a little bit about recording and whatnot that would help. I'm using a different software as well, so hopefully this will be a lot better quality than the other one, and I'll be going through it a little quicker because I know more about the mechanics of the game and things like that, and I'm gonna just skip a lot of the tedious stuff. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time like in my inventory and stuff like that. I'll cut all that crap out and just tell you what I did if it's that important. In any case, again, hope you're enjoying the game. I'm clearly enjoying playing it for you guys. And if you want to see more videos of Dragon Age Inquisition or any of the other videos I've done, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. My name is Restless Corpse, and I'll see you guys in the next video.